To the first Creative Mornings Cardiff of a new era. So yeah, I'm Amina, your new host, and we have some of our lovely team here who I'll introduce you to in a bit. But I'm really excited to introduce our theme, which is Pride. Pride is a powerful affirmation of authenticity. It gives us the grace to show up as ourselves and live in alignment with our values. It embraces every shade of our longings, our regrets, and our hopes. Those beautiful and powerful things that make us who we are. Pride is when you stand tall and say, "This is who I am." Pride is when you reclaim the part of your identity that others might have scorned. Pride is when you raise your voice in defense of someone who's powerless, saying enough. Because that someone might just be yourself. How will you unfurl yourself fully? How will you extend safety and solidarity so that we might be all unapologetically ourselves? So our Palm Beach chapter chose this month's exploration of pride, and Kayla Griffin illustrated this theme. And it's kind of beautiful, isn't it? Our performers and speakers for today are the wonderful Asian Persuasion. Yes. You might have seen them around the corner. Oh, really? Hi. So rather than me introducing them, maybe I'll let you introduce your fabulous selves. And I'm so excited that you are here because honestly, you will die and you will love it. So the wonderful, the beautiful, the talented, gorgeous Asian Persuasion. The mic here, I think you're fine.
Well, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How's everyone doing? Good?
Good.
Yeah. Well, we're Asian Persuasion. We're going to introduce ourselves and give you a little one-on-one little talk about where we come from and who the fuck we are. Excuse my language. Right. You want to go ahead, February?
Yes. Well, my name's Alia. My pronouns are she, her, and I am the femme queen of the Washbourne community. The definition of a femme queen is a trans woman in ballroom, and the definition of a butch queen is a gay male in ballroom.
But I'm non-binary, so. Well, my name is Muz. That's the government name, unfortunately, but it's the pre-man to do all darlings. My pronouns are he, they, and yeah, we're part of the Welsh Ballroom community as well as Asian Persuasion. We're like this new trailblazing trio that's hoping to expand with our other queer babies of Pakistani, Indian, Bangladeshi, and just the overall Asian minorities that are here in Wales. So we're trying to collaborate ballroom and our cultures from the Asian perspective of bringing it in here in Wales, and hoping that we create safe spaces for our trans and non-binary folks that are people of colour. So as you all mentioned earlier, we are part of the LGBTQI+ community, and as everyone knows, the society is not very kind to us, so we have to lift each other up. So having these little safe spaces and little brands and whatnot, and being fabulous like us, allows us to survive and obviously keep each other safe. So yeah, that's what Asian Persuasion is aiming to do. I think Ali's going to take it away with the ballroom one-on-one because she's talking too much, sorry.
For us, especially when we first met each other, we were both very shameful of our culture and about queerness, so we couldn't really put the two together until we had ballroom, and we met through ballroom, and it was just the perfect combination of them all because it was liberation, culture, and just everything that we were denied from. And this is exactly what we're doing, trying to do with everyone else, Relation Persuasion, is bring in that culture and also bring queer joy with it, because there's so much homophobia in our past and in our culture. So trying to work through that, and when we did is through ballroom, and for us it liberates us. And girl, not take no shade. I'm gonna put it this way: when you're on the floor and everyone's screaming for your name and they're saying, "This is the queen, this is the moment," and you get your grand prize at the end, nothing like that. And currently, can I say this country? Yes, I'm gonna say it. I'm currently the most holding trophies in Wales out of all the girls.
She is the princess after all. Well, that's what ballroom means to us. Ballroom 101, it actually originated in Harlem, New York in the 70s. Throughout the 80s, that was the white era. It was a safe space for trans, Latino, and black femme queens to basically be themselves, because back in the day, I don't know if you all know, but I'm sure we do, but in the 70s and 80s, our queer sisters and brothers, it wasn't really safe for them at the time, so ballroom was created so we could have an outlet of being creative, being fabulous for someone like a trans woman or a trans man. It was for them to live a real life. So that's where some of these categories that we're going to go over and explain, that's where they come from. So ballroom is literally like a community centre that was like, you know what, this is the place where the world's not really accepting you, come and be yourself here. And since then it's become such a I don't know, like a multi-million-dollar economy, let's say now, that is providing someone like us, a queer POC, like, well, 2 years ago, I would never have thought to stand up in front of you with this corset, like this sickening. Oh my god, that's so tiring. Sorry, I've pulled a muscle in the back of my shoulders. So it's like, okay, I still try to get to you. It's time performance. They're just the two categories that we're showcasing a little bit. But if you'd like to see more, you'd love to follow us on Watch Ballroom Committee, because you get to see the other categories that we do. We wanted to talk about, what's the next thing, Bill?
Milan.
Yes, go for it.
So, I'll cut the eye in the room. So recently, we have enjoyed the new Royal Iconic House of Milan. The Royal Iconic House of Milan was first found in the White Era, which is one of the founding eras of ballroom.
Because it's a colour scheme.
Yes.
Right.
And basically, we're kind of reincarnating it here in the UK. So it was dying out because of obviously AIDS and a lot of the legends living in the past. So we're here today, reawakening it in the UK. We have 5 members in the UK, and we are the 2 newfound members of
It is quite beautiful because, as I mentioned earlier, it's like the community is key, but it's like being a home. It's finding your chosen family. It's finding your home that will protect you, that will elevate us to the point that hopefully next time you'll see us, you know, we'll have much bigger gowns. So in that perspective, it's really good and really inspiring for us to be the founders of the dynasty of Milan, because now we can take it forward. Because on a level note, we would like to say, if it's okay, we recently had some bad news in our community about Shay Osibli. He was sadly murdered for voguing in a petrol station, and I think because of a discrepancy, he just got, his life was taken away. So we basically, the reason we wanted to say all this is because please protect your own, and please protect us, because life is very precious, and at the end of the day, as we are so beautiful, so used, but it is one of those where you don't know what happens these days. So please, like, if you can donate when it comes to causes, if you can help in any way, that'd be really great. And hopefully we'll see you at our next gig, which is on the 29th of September. It's a church one we're doing, so it'll be a good collaboration. You know? It's the gospel one, so if you want to meet the devil, you guys try to let us know, we're going to get tickets. So in that perspective, love, protect each other, and we're Asia Persuasion.
Thank you so much, Asian Persuasion.
No, seriously, thank you to Amina for inviting us today.
No, it's my absolute pleasure. I remember seeing Alia and Muz and Welsh Ballroom for the first time. I think we'd come out of a lockdown and we just wrote Alone Time events, and the joy I felt was, you know, when you just feel like alive. I was like, I am reborn. And I've loved following their journey, and I'm so excited to see what you do next, because I know it's going to be incredible. So I just kind of wondered, how has living in Cardiff helped you kind of like process your creativity and made you who you are today?
Honestly, it's a place where Welsh Ballroom is rooted, and for us, it literally is where we first met, because prior we were living like across the street from each other for like 3 years, and we never met each other until Ballroom happened. And I think it was obviously a sign from God, because it was the perfect place for us to liberate ourselves as queer individuals. So it was obviously a strength from it because of our culture and our religion and background. So Ballroom was the perfect place for us to go into.
I love that. How about you, Maz? What's Cardiff meant to you?
I mean, it's liberated me. I moved from Manchester. So for me, I was a 27-year-old, lost, bigger gay man at the time. And I think 28 was one of those times where I was just blessed to have that kind of epiphany of identifying that my happiness and people around me, such as my bare family and whatnot, their happiness was my happiness. So I had to like let them go. So I went through that like procedure of like distancing myself, because I was grateful enough to kind of, fortunate enough to kind of say bye to them rather than them say bye to me. So Cardiff for me was a full acceptance of like my full identity, and then I met this one. Y'all, you don't understand. I lived here, she lived right there. We lived there for like 5 years, and that 1 year when we got into Ballroom, that's when I met my sister. And I always wanted a sister, because you know those dolls I used to play with? And I finally had one. And she treats me like the doll, so I'm there with all the wigs on and everything. You know? So Cardiff for me, like, first thing I like to say is saving my life. Like, because prior to this, the staff life that we say, surviving, it just wasn't, and now I'm just so grateful that like I have beautiful beings like her, even though she hates me sometimes because I'm like an auntie. The thing with me, I'm such an aunt in my soul. I can't help it. I can't when it comes to it. So and I'm in the perfect world. So Cardiff for me, like I said, is life-saving.
That is lush to hear, and I'm not from Cardiff either, and kind of came from quite a small town and was not very understanding and not very liberal, so I feel that on a level as well. So I'm just chuffed we've all ended up here. It's great. It's great. So can I ask ask you, so Pride celebrates us being authentically ourselves. Can I ask how you show up as yourself every day? I mean, obviously, this is every day, let's be honest. How do you like show up, even when maybe you're not kind of feeling yourself, you know, like yourself self?
I think for me, it's like the glam, the hair, the makeup. If I'm not looking good, I won't feel good. You know what I mean? So it is about just making myself look good, presentable enough to go out the door with like my war paint and just tackle the world, whether it's good, bad, love, everything. So yeah, I guess just having a strong head, and also the fan queens that have come before me that have allowed me to have the freedom to walk around, you know, because walking all trans was a bill and it was targeted towards trans women of colour. So I understand my position now as a trans woman in this day and age to, you know, live my life to fullest potential because of all the fan queens that have had their lives stripped away from them because they were just living their lives and going to the store and getting bread. But when I can do that, you're free, and it becomes a struggle. So yeah, come on.
One indeed. Indeed. How about you, Muz?
I think for me, it's I have my mantras where I'm always trying to motivate myself because sometimes it is hard to wake up in the day and like kind of figure out what fabulousness you want to bring that day because everyone has days and I usually have more down days because of my ADHD. One minute I'll be like, boom, yes, let's go, and then the other minute, so